What's going on, Chubube? Plot Coalition here to do another Red Dead Redemption 2 stream where, just like we have in the past, we'll play a little bit of the game and then we'll jump into the project to work on it a little bit. I finished up some of the environments since the last time that I streamed, so those are looking great. And I'm also working on cutting together a teaser for a film festival that I was a judge for. So, kind of like a showcase, kind of like a festival. Fun stuff. But we're going to jump right into the game. But before we do, real quick, I want to give a shout out to Rococo, as I've mentioned before on this project. They sent me this to work on it. They are super duper awesome. I highly recommend you check them out. This is their head rig. So this is how we recorded the facial mocap, which we did all of that on an iPhone 12. So you put this on your head and you record. You can use this for VTubing. You can use this for animation mocap. And you can even put like a professional stereo camera on the front if you want to use the head rig that way. It's super lightweight, super well balanced, and it just feels good. All the actors mentioned they just were shocked by how balanced it felt and everything. Which, if you haven't seen the video from last Saturday, we show a little bit of working with the actors on this Red Dead 2 inspired short film. But hey, Mr. Thought, welcome to the chat. This is Coalition, my biggest supporter. Gotta love them both. But yeah, so go ahead and pick one up for yourself, or just take a look at the other stuff that they have available. If you can't afford a mocap suit, they do offer what is called Rococo Vision. There's a paid version and there's a free version. So if you go to their site, you can download that. But it essentially uses a webcam to get motion capture. So if you want to get into doing this, for yourself, definitely check them out. Unreal Engine, Rococo Vision, an iPhone, like you can make, something that looks really, really good if you put your mind to it. Also, if you are a regular Unreal Engine user, be sure to download your free assets for this month, because I just did that. It was like $440 worth of free stuff. So go pick up yourself some. We're going to jump into Red Dead 2, and then we will move on to the rest of the stream. But all right, so I did go in and I completed that one mission that we weren't able to get past. I did that earlier this week. So now we can actually move on to another mission, which will be exciting. And what I want to pay attention to, because what we're going to be doing today in Unreal Engine is setting up some stuff for animation. Setting up some stuff for animation, and then taking that to do some cinematography on it so I can render some shots for this teaser that I'm working on, which will also air on the YouTube channel on the same day that festival happens. Which will be May 19th. So May 19th. Expect a little teaser trailer. Won't be the final thing. I still need to actually animate everything, but it's coming. Now I'm wondering, do we go do this side mission or a main mission? What's the main mission? It's with Micah. I don't know if I can handle that right now. I feel like there's going to be more action if we go over here. Let's talk to Bill.
Prepping for a robbery. I've had a good run of luck recently.
Okay.
Robbed a house up in Roanoke Ridge. Robbed a couple of drunken soldiers out near the swamps.
And what are you about to do?
A stage.
Well, good luck.
The mud on my face from when I just fell down.
Now, I was going to ask Sean, but he's too much of a hothead.
What's the opportunity?
Once again, taking a look at these wide shots. That's what I've been trying to do for this teaser stuff. So make sure we focus on that tonight.
And the bank records, the cost of security ain't worth the risk. Now, there'll be a couple guys, but nothing too serious, and lots of money. Easy money.
Well, that's always the dream of every thief. Easy money.
Well, like I was saying, my luck is in now, Arthur.
Well, then, why not? Who you taking?
I think we need a girl. See, I got a plan in mind.
Well, in that case...
I don't know if I've ever done this mission.
We got some work.
I'm trying to remember. I played the game through several times and I don't remember what's going on, but it's also been a while since I've played the game. So this might be all fresh. Who knows?
Let's mount up. Okay, follow me. There's a good spot where we should be able to cut it off northwest of Dewberry Creek.
And here You're certain this information sounds
So I think one of the things that makes this game, combined with like the cutscenes, feel like so natural is the fact that it does go from all those widescreen, you know, nice wide lens shots, where it's never really too tight. You know, if it's getting tight, the camera's just being moved in. It's not on a tighter lens. I feel like that's to help mirror how the game looks here, so the whole game continually feels cinematic. That's just a theory. I don't know if that's true. What's up, best username? Welcome to the stream. We're doing our Red Dead mission before jumping into Unreal Engine 2. Work on the short film, which is looking pretty fantastic. I finished up the environments, and we're going to be moving into the cinematography and stuff today with a little bit of temp animation. I really can't remember this mission whatsoever, and I'm paying very little attention because I'm on stream, but...
Alright, just take it easy, you two. Get your minds on what matters, so we do this right.
It is always interesting. I feel like I get a brand new appreciation for games when I work on these things. So like with Titanfall, I got like a huge appreciation just for how much went into that game. And like same here, I always like appreciated how well done and how large this game was and everything. But now, you know, like starting to work on my own Western and being an Unreal Engine, being in a game engine, like it's kind of wild just like how much does go into it, and you don't really notice until like you're doing your own thing. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm working on like this one small contained thing, and this game is just massive. Obviously it's hundreds of people working on the game, but it's still pretty neat. Brings a new level of appreciation. And also just knowing, like, I don't know, I know they have their own proprietary renderer or game engine at Rockstar, but like just like seeing the new tools in Unreal and knowing how much easier it's making it for me than seeing something like this, and just like even like all this grass and stuff, just how well spawned and everything it is. It's pretty fantastic. The animations, everything that's running right now, it all just looks really good. Alright. Okay, we're here. I feel like I should grab a weapon. Anybody got suggestions on weapons? Because I'm on stream, so I could pick something totally goofy. But nobody suggests anything. I'm just gonna choose for myself. Which I'm gonna choose something boring. Oh, it kicked me out. It kicked me out of the
So the stage
screen.
coming from over there.
What you want me to do?
Just act dumb and silly and get the thing stopped. You know, like you do.
And what you mean by that?
Come on, don't get all precious and stuck up on me now.
I don't like your manners, Mr. Williamson. In fact, I think you're an obnoxious idiot.
I don't remember any of this. I swear, I don't think I've ever done this mission.
Half man?
Which I have like 800 hours in this game since I got it in 2018, so...
Here's the goddamn stagecoach. We doing this?
Yes. Come on, both of you, follow me.
What's the plan?
There's been a change of plan.
Yes, you and
You okay? Oh. I guess that's what's happening. This is what I had selected, so... I got him! Yo, gotta clip that. YouTube wanted me to post more shorts. Here's a... Well, now I'm doing terrible. Okay, so these just like kind of auto. Nope, that one didn't. Come on, dude. Dang. Ah! I'm gonna run out of arrows here. Come on. I was doing alright before, but now, there we go. Just wasted all my arrows on... Oh, there's one more guy. Dang. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it that way. Oh, I got 10 arrows left. We good. We good. I don't have any special arrows, though. Where's Bill? What a loser. There we go. Now the stage can...
See if you can get alongside and jump onto it.
Can I get in front of it? Nope, it won't let me get in front of it. Alright, I'm not doing this to harm the horses. I'm just gonna try and throw it in front of them. Nope, didn't work. Alright. Nope. Wrong button. Wrong button. Yeah, I've definitely never done this before. It's neat though, neat little mission. Ooh. How did it know I was gonna be that? That's gotta be really good programming.
You take the honors, Arthur. Grab the loot from inside.
That was neat. Pretty cool.
Locked. Gonna blow it open. Stand back.
I don't see this going well. Alright, dynamite. So I wonder if you can only do this after that last mission, because it gives you dynamite in the last mission. So I wonder if that... Ah, the poor horses. Why would the game make me do this?
We made a right mess of that.
Peter better not be watching my stream.
Yeah, after chasing it
Arthur
over and
wigging
over,
out.
but God knows who watched. Got it. Right. Let's split up, get the hell out of here.
Music is like super loud right now.
Don't think I'll forget.
I know. Go on.
Dang, that music is obnoxious. $300? That's not too bad. Oh, I only made 75 bucks. Well, here we are. My horse nowhere to be found. Well, that was certainly interesting. Is there anything around me immediately? No? Alright, well, that was a fun little mission. For anybody who's here for the Unreal stuff, we'll probably move on to that here in just a quick second. I might go do something real quick to make sure that's saved, because I've been having troubles with this game save. Let me go do something real simple, real fast. Like, I don't know, is there like a turkey or something I can... There's a bird up there, but... We're near Valentine? We are. Let's go check out Valentine one more time. That'll be good for our research-intensive purposes. Ooh, what was that? Oh, it's the body for the serial killer side mission. I'm not too worried about that right now. Oh, the town's on lockdown? Hey, sir, just ignore me.
Hey, what the hell? I'll put you on the floor.
I was trying to stealth him, but that did not work. So I'm gonna get out of here. But hey, that's a good way to save, I guess. Who's in the saddle? Go.
God damn it!
Ah, this guy's not gonna get off my tail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang it. Well, this is not the way I wanted this to go down. They got me. All right. That's it. I'm dead. I give up. All right. Well, from here, we're going to go jump into Unreal Engine, do some work on the short itself. So I'm going to pop off real quick, reset some stuff so I can get Unreal Engine up and running. We'll be back in just a minute.
Don't stop. Run.
And we're back. So we're going to jump into Unreal Engine here real quick. Oh, real quick for the rest of the stream. We're going into Unreal now, okay? We'll jump in. I want to show what the levels look like because those are done now, so I can kind of give an idea of what those are looking like based off of the last time that you guys would have seen them last Thursday. So I've done quite a bit of touch-up, finished them up. They're looking good. I've been trialing with some rendering stuff. But for now, when we go to look at it, it's just going to be rendered with Lumen. Looks great in engine. Still trying to figure out the best way to render stuff out for the cinematic part of it. I've been trying with the path tracer, but it takes a long time, especially with the metahumans. Some detail shots, it was fine, but metahumans just totally choke the path tracer, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to approach that if I do want to use it. But for now, it's kind of out of the picture. But once again, if you guys are watching and you made it this far, or you're new to the stream right now, Rococo, go check them out. They're how we were able to make this, and you're going to see some of the results using their head rig and the Smart Suits Pro. Looks fantastic. But that's all set. Let's jump into Unreal. Let's jump into Unreal. Also, to all my subscribers and all my members, love you guys. All right, screen cap. Here we go. Inside of Unreal, let's open up. We'll do the outside level first. We had worked on that in the first Red Dead stream. And so we'll pull that up, kind of show what that's looking like. And then we'll go to the inside, because that's where, I'm going to be working on some stuff. So what we're looking at right now, as it all loads in, because it is a game engine. Some of the shadows are a bit wonky, because I had to create a new project. So it might take a little bit for certain shadows and textures to load in. But it looks like it's actually going pretty fast. So let me make this a little bit bigger. So we have our sheriff's office. We got our church. Those are like our main areas, main props. There's the rest of the town. It all kind of fades into the distance. Filled all this with snow. My son helped me paint some of this down. It's looking great. So I just used some variety snow mixed with some dirt to paint on a mesh for the ground that I made in Blender. As you can see, it does not blend seamlessly, but I also kind of only did as much as where you're going to be seeing it. This snow, once again, shaders are kind of compiling super weird, but that's usually fixed. If I switch it over to path tracing, which is going to look weird, but like you see, it like cleans a lot of that up. Even though this doesn't look fantastic, it just, I don't know what it is, whatever Lumen's doing right now, but it looks messed up. But one of the cool things that is in this project is I took a stab at working with nanite tessellation, which is essentially on this landscape. If we get really close to the ground, you can actually see that there is like detail, a little bit of detail. Obviously this doesn't look supernatural when you're right up on it, but like when you're kind of above it at eye level, and like here it's like a little extreme just because once again I knew we were only going to be viewing from over here, but it does make it just appear like there's way more detail than there actually is. So that, and then letting the plants get a little bit more scattered because of it, it looks good. It looks nice. And then I replaced some of these boards just to make them look a little bit more photoreal. These assets, they do look nice, especially in the path tracer. But for some of the close-up stuff that I might want to do, it's a little bit variable. This is actually sticking out of the ground a little bit. So let's. Why can I drag this? Oh, it's on snapping. Why is it on snapping? I didn't do that. But. So yeah, that's our, this is our exterior. This is our Valentine. We were just there getting shot at. But all this takes place kind of right here, and that's why I'm using like a little bit of a highlight on this area, which like this light over here, I put this in for the teaser, but it's way too intense for other stuff because in the teaser the sun's already coming up. Like that, we can boop. But put a little highlight on the sheriff's office, make it look nice. So yeah, this is our exterior of Valentine, and then we'll move to the interior. I still got to cut out the door here. It's a work in progress. Work in progress. Let's move the inside. Save selected. All right. Loading up. Here we go, our interior. I do need to delete some stuff Because once again, for the teaser, like, see, I moved this wall out of the way in that building I moved. Because I kind of wanted to get this effect of the light coming through the door. And like put blood on the ground and stuff. But all that we can now delete, because what we'll be shooting for the teaser won't even require any of this. So I'm just going to immediately start going in and deleting, but you can also see like just where so much more detail was laid in. I laid in a bunch of decals to really add a little bit more pop, a little bit more detail. We still have our constipated sheriff medicine right there. But yeah, no, it's looking really good. I really like the way that it's all looking and coming together. But let's go ahead. I'm going to clean up some of the stuff from the teaser, and then we'll move into setting up these other shots that we're going to do tonight. So we'll delete. What's that? Nope, that's debris. That's rust debris. That's blood splatter. Get rid of that. That one. And that one. And just double check. Nope. All good. Move this wall back in where it needs to be. Oop, right about there. And the door. Nope, that's not the door. That's another wall. Where'd my door go? There it is. The door and the glass. So this was actually, because I was trying to just have it come through like it was a normal mesh, and it was giving me like tons of issues. And I'm not really sure why. But I ended up moving all this stuff out to try and rectify that. So move this wall over behind that a little bit. And that's just one of our blocking walls. But I like to keep them there because sometimes they help with light on certain meshes. And then this glass, I think I had turned around. So we do have rotation snapping. So we'll do that. And bump this back. And then we're going to go find that directional light and delete it. Yes. So we'll get that deleted. We'll grab this house and move it back just in case it casts any additional light. There we go. So this is looking pretty good. We'll swing this over. Close it up. And bam. Cleaned up the crime scene. Look at us. All right. So I'm going to get right into the animation bit of this. I'm pretty much going to be trying to breeze through that portion here. So if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. I'll kind of be talking through my process. But generally speaking, I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible. But all that, those decals are inverted. How do they look in the path tracer? They look fine. I don't understand. Oh, look, I did it to these ones too when I switched back. See, watch. Path tracing, these are all going to go away. They're going to be correct. Lit, I'm not sure what's going on. I probably have a shader discrepancy or issue I need to investigate. But let's go ahead and pull our characters in. And, oh, one thing that I am going to do real quick, because I think it's just going to be easier, is we'll open up our main character. We'll grab a skeleton. And for anybody curious how I set a lot of this up, sometimes if I know a character is going to be holding a prop for a good amount of time, I'll just go ahead and add a socket to the hand, or to the back, or to the hip, wherever it needs to be. And I will parent that in the blueprint so that it doesn't, unnecessarily move around. So I'll add a socket. The right hand, Save it. Open up our hero character. And then the actor held a prop gun for the whole thing, which, if you don't know, and I don't know where the specific prop is, but I 3D printed the props that the actors would be using, and it was really, really cool, just because they were able to interact with the actual digital props that their character would be holding. So I printed it 2 size. Really, really cool. Here we go. Got a little handgun right there. We'll add it like that. And then right here, parent socket. I'm going to put it in his hand. It orients weird. That's okay. You just rotate it in position. So this is how I did a lot of the weapons in New Frontiers. A lot of the times when a character's holding a weapon, if they didn't pull it out in the scene, chances are I did it like this, where it was already pre-set up. So the gun's a little bit small. Just barely. So we'll turn off snapping. Fit it in his hand a little bit more. And the nice thing about doing it this way is if it's ever off in animation, I just need to adjust it in the blueprint and it's going to update where it's positioned. That feels pretty good. Let me double check the texture on this. I'm going to set that to 1. This is looking for a bag. I don't think so. Oh, it doesn't have an ambient occlusion map. Well, ain't that interesting? Interesting. Everything else does, though. Very strange. All right, I'm just going to trust the process and say this. I think this will be good. We'll find our guy again. And we'll drop him into our scene. Hey, York, thank you so much. That means a lot. Thank you. Thank you for this super chat. I super appreciate it and super appreciate you. Also, if anybody else is watching and you're not subscribed to York Reacts, go do that. It would mean a whole lot to me if you subscribe to him, because he's just an amazing person. All right, let's go ahead and pull our character in. All right, so we got some hair stuff going on, but we can work on adjusting that. Let's pull our other character in here. There we go. Once again, some weird hair things, and I noticed this tends to happen with the metahumans in this orange light. It always feels a little bit weird, and I'm curious to see if we switch it to path tracing. Well, if we switch it to path tracing, this guy disappears. Oh, what is happening there? This guy? He looks correct. This guy? I've never seen that. That's funny. Okay. All right. Let's get to the animation bit. Yeah, not so much on that guy. He was looking a little rough. All right. Let's see here. Cinematics teaser. And we'll do a new level sequence. And this, I think what I'm going to do is there are a couple key moments that I want to highlight, but then rather than try and do one sequence with multiple bits that like feel nice, I think I'm just gonna do a sequence for each shot that I want to grab. So there's one specifically where he's kind of, both characters are facing away from each other a little bit. I think that's going to be kind of my first shot, and we'll probably try to do like 3, maybe 4. I want the trailer to be super vague, or the teaser. I don't think I'll do a multiple trailers like I did for New Frontiers, just because this is, you know, New Frontiers was 3.5 hours. This is like 10 minutes. So we'll call this teaser. I know it's going to be on this guy. So Ezekiel interior V1. We'll just call it that for now. Kind of take it from there. So we'll pop that open. We'll switch this to 24 FPS, and we'll start with this guy since it's going to, the focus is going to be on him. He's our hero. He's who we're looking at. Delete these. So fun fact: the only way that I got the metahumans to work in Unreal Engine 5.4 is their whole body is actually stuffed into their neck. It's just really small. So it's scaled to 0.01, and then the rest of the metahuman, like from the neck up, is scaled to 100. It's the only way that I could get it to work. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So now I'm going to go in. I'm going to find this guy's performance. So this is his face. And I'm going to just go, we did these markers from when they blink. So let me quick punch in this number, 709. Out point. So like they blinked and clapped at the same time, which is the same method we used for New Frontiers. And I'm curious to try seeing if we can sync time code. Would be interesting. So I'm going to say right about there is probably the sync point. Trim it to the left. I'm not going to do any audio because I don't want to like spoil anything, and there's already like a little bit floating out there just on my channel. So I want to keep it a little secret. We'll drop in his body. As you can see, this was V7 of this body. I had to redo this guy so many times just because it was a absolute mess. Is it aligned or is it the other one? Nope, it's the other one. This is one of the broken ones. But hey, this is, you know what? This is real. This is this is what happens in a lot of this development. That's what the characters look like most of the time. And then you get it to work and you're like, don't touch it. It's fine. So this is probably the one. Yep, that looks clean. Wait for him to clap. So like right now his body and his face are out of sync. But we'll boop right when he claps. And clean it up from there. Trim left. Bring it over. So now he's clapping and syncing at the same time. And so I guess what I'm going to do here is I am going to align him. So one of the other things that we did, here I'll go full screen for a second so I can explain. So when we were doing the motion capture, this cell that he's in, we essentially laid a rug down that like the actor couldn't walk over. He had to stay on that rug so he, you know, would be contained. And we put like a couple of obstacles up so like there were walls and stuff that like he could kind of reference. But it was mainly so like all his blocking and all his action had to stay on that rug so that he never steps out of the jail cell in the animation. Because we give if you don't have any guardrails up, like, you know, an actor is going to, you know, do whatever feels right. So giving like a constraint, like, okay, like your full performance, I kind of told him, I was like, it's almost like you're a trapped, you're like you're almost like you're a trapped animal, and like you can only move around on this rug. And so that's what he did. So now that in this animation, he can like stay within the size of the set, because it's already been scaled to about what their performance was based on the Unreal Engine mannequins, which is what we were looking at last week. So now I can take this bit and let's turn this guy around. We'll just zero that out. So now as he moves around, so he's kind of supposed to be over. We'll put him pretty close to the bars here. Which, like, now we might need to readdress the set because it kind of looks like you could almost squeeze out if you tried hard enough. We'll see how it all looks. We'll see how it all looks. So right here, he clips through, which, like, I know from his performance that's not a mistake. So that's probably his edge right there. So now he can move around in this cell super freely. And like you can almost see like where that rug probably was. Like just based off of his movements. And we'll just double check here. There's one more. So I'm just gonna push him back just to there. And so, like, all of this is going to have to be, like, hand animated because it's supposed to reach through. He's essentially, like, trying to unlock here. So, like, all this is correct. There's just certain things you can't physically judge. We did put, like, a tripod right there, so he had to, like, reach around something. But yeah, no, it turned out super clean. And like this is something, so like Rococo has gotten a lot better about it, but this is another like little tip here. So the way that inertia motion capture works is like your feet have to be planted on the ground. So that was another direction that I gave the actor is like, you know, he kind of wanted to get down on both knees. But you have to keep one foot planted so that it knows where the floor is, because if it doesn't, like your character will just sink up and down because the software is trying to find the feet to make contact. So that is like a limitation, but like it ends up making, you know, all this still look really, really good. So, and then, you know, the classic shoot in the dark. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set it. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to set up these animations like this, and then I'm going to create a duplicate sequence for us to work in. That way we can always come back to this and don't have to line up the animation again later. So no climbing shots with that suit, meaning climbing onto a wall, etc. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty difficult. I would say like anything with climbing, you either one have to fake, or two, they actually have what they call elevation tracking. So like you can put an object down and step up onto it or step off of it, and you plug that into the Rococo software afterwards, and it can actually track you up and down. It recognizes when you stepped up and step back down. You just put the height of whatever the object was, which on my Titanfall series, we did that a couple of times for a few shots, but we're like very specific about like, okay, this is how it's going to be used. But yeah, as far as like getting climbing motion capture, that's probably going to be pretty difficult unless there's like maybe a way. Now you got me like thinking about it. There might be a way to where like you could put something against a wall and fake something that way, but I'm not totally sure. There is a crazy crazy. Hold up, I'll pull it up real quick. Just cause we're chatting about it. Let me pull up YouTube and go to my channel. Okay, so in this scene from New Frontiers, we'll mute it for now. Right here. So when this character walks up and sits down, so what what had happened for like to get this to work is this is me, because I wanted their legs to look like they were dangling, so like I kind of had a toe on the ground, but that sitting down animation right there, that is me standing on 2 kitchen chairs, and so I did the walk up like very carefully. I think it was actually 3 kitchen chairs. Walked up very carefully, and then that is me literally sitting down and plopping onto the same chair that I'm standing on. Super sketch, but the animation looks, you know, pretty decent. And then this other character was simply just sitting there. But yeah, it was like, it looks good, but that's literally me jumping, like I was standing on these tall kitchen chairs, walking across them. My wife was super sketched out when I did it, but and then I sat down, and it looks good, but it's just like, you know, little cheats like that, little outside of the box thinking. Yeah, that is true. The XN suit is pretty fantastic. You know, it's one of those, like, there's pluses and drawbacks to everything. I mean, like, XNs makes a fantastic suit. So does Rococo. The main thing with Rococo is that, it's the Rococo is a very, very good price point for a lot of folks, which makes it super appealing. But it does come with its drawbacks. So it kind of depends, like, how much do you want to be thinking out of the box all the time when you're doing these kinds of things, and then how often do you want to have that trade-off. Contacts from hand to head, etc. as well. Yeah, in inertia motion capture, it's never accurate. That's why, like, all this, like, when they clap here, like, the hands, like, almost always go through each other, as you can see. Even though they're touching, which Rococo did come out with a product that was supposed to fix that, but I think it had kind of a rocky launch, and I'm not sure if they're retailing it, but it was called the Coil Pro, which essentially sent out and not NFC. I forget what it sends out, but it emits an electric pulse within a certain radius to get absolute position on where certain things are. That being said, it does up the price of the suit that much more, and I personally, because it is mainly to help with the hands, I personally don't see the huge benefit, because the software is already so good at cleaning up a lot of stuff, especially with, like, the foot contact. I feel like that's the biggest thing. Now with the new tools in Unreal Engine that do the one-to-one, like, it's a no-brainer. Let's see here. We're looking for Roger. Scene 2, take 6. What's good? What's good, Ark? Welcome, man. I have the York Street Ballers up in my chat. It is an honor. But I'm doing good. We're doing some animation, getting some stuff in place. I can't tell if this is... I might have started retargeting this at the clap point. Yeah, because I don't see him... Yeah, this is definitely. So this. That looks like the sync point right at the beginning. Because I was using, and I talked about on my video on Saturday, because I was using the, shoot, totally spaced. I don't know, man. Oh, because I was using the per vertex solve. It was escaping my mind. Because I was using that. Where did our boy go? Oh, it like jumped way ahead. But because I was using that, it was sometimes easier to process a take later on. All right, so he's got this in his hand, looking good. York streams are always a blast. I see that. I see that chat happening right now. All right, so I know it's not going to be like this first bit, but this will give me a good idea of where things need to be. So this guy needs to be in this chair over here. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. If you're streaming tomorrow, York, I will definitely try and swing by. I'll probably be either working on this or doing content, like regular content after hours. All right, so here we go. We're getting to our starting point. So this is exactly what I was talking about as far as putting the gun in his hand. As you can see, like, it's way off. It's like kind of up here. So I'm just gonna fix that real quick. Just by going in here, and it should, I don't know because it's 5.4, but it should update in real time for me. But I haven't tried this in the new version of Unreal. Ayo, doing what I wanted to do. Can't say that about many softwares. That's how they need to plug Unreal. That's the pitch right there. It's doing what I wanted to. Alright. So now the gun almost looks like it's too big. Let's, maybe they were onto something with the original size. And that's what'll mess it up. Compile. Fingers crossed is break. There we go. Alright. And we'll kind of, it's not perfect, but Po Buddy's nerfect. That's actually getting pretty close. All right, and then I can reposition the rest of his hand there. I really do. I need to put cool stuff. Yeah, I need to put cool stuff on my shelves. Right now I just have a couple of things. I had like a lot more stuff before I moved, but then I packed everything up. I 3D printed some stuff for my wife, but we haven't painted it or anything yet. So I gotta work on that. Do you prefer to work in the red light or lit scene or unlit? So what I like to do is like, I like to work in the lit mode to get started just so I can continually generate ideas of what I want to see. But a lot of times I'll switch to unlit once I feel like it looks good to then see like, okay, is there anything that's standing out that isn't as good as I think it is, that like I should catch now before going any further. But generally speaking, it's actually like pretty like it's pretty 50-50 for me, honestly. So where's he reaching right now? So he needs to be... Oh, wait, this is one of those things that didn't work the way that I wanted it to. So I'm going to go... Let's see here. We have the animation on our characters. I'm going to do a quick save, close this sequence, rename this. I'm going to copy this, but just rename this one to interior cell Saint Anum. And we'll duplicate it, recall it, what we were working on, save everything. There we go. Now we can always reference that back. Stoner Cat got his internet back. Ayo. This is another reason you need to go subscribe to York Reacts, because every one of his streams and stuff is a party. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm thinking the shot for the teaser could be. Something in this area. So before he does that, pull it back. So I'm going to mainly be focusing on how do I just make this one shot look the way that I want it to look. So I think it's honestly like this right here, and I might need to do this shot in 60 frames. Just so it's just on this bit of his face. Which, like, you can... we are saved up. You can do a time dilation track to watch some of your stuff in slow motion. It's just going to slow down the timeline. It's kind of cheap slow motion. I do notice this happens a lot with the Rococo suit, which I think it's important to like call out certain flaws. But like the sway just sometimes feels like super exaggerated. We'll turn this back to 1. So he has a nice long pause here. I'm really looking for like one specific moment. That I'm almost wondering if I can cheat it. I don't think so though. These actors did a really good. Oh, that's actually this whole bit right here. So I'm gonna falsify this animation a little bit because I just want this for the teaser. So like right now the scene is happening as it should be. But so what I'm gonna do is for this shot specifically, I'm gonna take this whole bit where he's here before he turns. So what he does right here, I'm going to make that what we're looking at. Hey, Art. Thank you, good sir. Man, you guys are so generous tonight. It makes my heart happy. Thank you, thank you, thank and $1 to make you holla. I would holla louder, but my kids are asleep in the next room, so that's the best you're gonna get. But I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. It means a lot that you would do that. All right. All right. So, oh, that's our other guy. We're gonna move his whole animation over. It's this guy. We need to turn him around because I kind of want to put him almost in front of this window, which I might split light him here. And split lighting is essentially where like your cinematography like kind of lights one side of the face. So let me grab, we'll make an extra, whoop, we'll make, oh, I'm in animation mode, that's why. We'll go selection mode real quick. Make another one of these walls. And make it super thin. Till we get a shadow that covers like half his face. We're getting some light artifacts. Unreal Engine really doesn't like, or Lumen doesn't like doing some of this. So what we're gonna do, in addition to this, is, York, don't make fun of the fact that I have a bunch of materials in my blueprints folder. We'll call this Blackout Zone Cinematography. Sometimes you want to have what are called flags, and they essentially cut out light. They're supposed to be totally devoid of light, not allow anything in. And in Unreal Engine, you can make those pretty quick. So I have it in my scene here. We'll add this blackout to here, and it should help with some of that weird lighting stuff. Hey, and Ark became a little dino. Welcome to the club, little buddy. That's what our other members decided to name the Dino Club. So you're a little dino now. Welcome, welcome. We like dino nuggets and cool stuff like that. Thank you. Your generosity. Man, can't appreciate you guys enough. It truly means so much to me. It's been a rough few weeks, so this makes my night. All right. So it looks like our animation on this guy's face might have turned off. And look, you get a little dino sticker. So cool thing about the memberships is that little sticker next to your name, the dinosaur will grow up the longer you're a member. So like you get like different, that sticker evolves over time. So right now you're a little dino, and then like next month I think it's a yellow one, and then like the months after that they all like, you know, like the teeth come in and stuff. It's cute. It's a fun little thing. But all right, so this guy's animation, the animation on his face is off. It's not that big of a deal because I think it might be off for both of them. Nope, his animation's still on, but you can just simulate it and it works fine. So now we have this. So I'm going to do what every good bowler should do. We're going to go not bake to control rig. Hold up. Let me remember how to do this. You add a control rig. This is new in Unreal Engine 5.4. You select this layered thing, and then you add your control rig. Fingers crossed it doesn't break. Doesn't look like it broke. Hey yo. So these still don't have IK, which kind of stinks. Oh, but he doesn't have the modular control rigs have been so whack. I'm not even gonna defend it. So I'm gonna try to add the neck. Let me delete this. We'll see if just by happenstance it got fixed, but I doubt it. So like, see, I have like the modular control rig here, and again the face just so many things have been broken, but we'll add a neck module. We'll hit compile, save. It looks fine here, and fingers crossed, hopefully it works here because it hasn't been working. Control rig layered. How did I know? Yeah, the new update in Unreal. I had all the IKs working before, and then Unreal Engine 5.4 updated to Unreal Engine 5.4.1.1.1 or whatever it is, and it broke all of them, and it won't fix it. And I get stuff like this frequently, but it looks like it's just the head is backwards. So we'll add a keyframe for that. And we're back in business. We're back in business. We're all good. So, what I'm going to do for this. Yep, knew it. Unreal doesn't like IK or constraints on them. Yep, it's so weird. And like the thing is, like this is becoming so powerful because like you don't need to bake anymore. You can do these layered rigs. Before you had to bake everything, and now you don't. I don't know if you have to bake it for the metahuman face. I haven't tried yet. But so like in here you have your global control, and you would enable the, I can just show you. You enable them here, but like you can see, like it was just the foot that just broke right there, but like, see? Breaks them. It puts them all in backwards. And in order to fix it, the only thing that I've found right now is you have to go in and manually reposition every single bone in the right orientation, but there's no way to know that you're doing it in the right orientation until you check it. And so it's super tedious, and I'm in debate of whether or not I'm going to actually use that system because I got such clean animation from the mocap. And there's not a ton of interaction in the short. So it's a debate. It's a debate. Yeah, you need to bake the face if you want to animate it later. In Maya, etc., it takes forever to bake to the facial control rig. Holy moly. Unreal Engine actually is pretty quick about it. Which we'll test this. We'll test. So the face is a control rig. Uncheck that maybe. Let's see here. Face control rig board. That looks like the right one. Okay, it put the board there. Can I affect it? Let's slow way down. Or as York would say, break it down slow motion for me. Alright. Hey, it's working. You don't need to bake. You don't need to bake. You can do it. You can do it in a layered control rig. So I'm thinking the first time you do it after the facial capture in LiveLink app, etc. Yeah, that does take a long time. All right, so for this shot, I'm just gonna do it like this. I might go into unlit mode just so I can see some of these controls a little bit better. The guy wasn't necessarily doing a sad face, but for the purposes of a teaser, I'm going to make it look sad. Why these are going in the opposite direction, I do not know. Unreal Engine 5.4, so many great tools, but like, man, is it buggy about like stuff that wasn't a bug before. And I know they'll fix it. it's only a matter of time, but like, dang, it just, I don't know, man. Like these, I should be able to just grab these and they move in the same direction, but they don't. They don't. That's okay. I am setting these all off of memory though. All right. We'll take all that. I think this, yep, that's near the top. Do it that way. I'm not going to use the aim here because I don't think it's necessary. Switch back to lit. He's looking a little bit more sad. A little bit of a sad boy. I will say the actor definitely appreciated that he did not need this ridiculous beard and hair to play this part. So that goes on for a while. I only need this shot. Let's count it out. We'll do it. We'll have a shot that lasts 6 seconds. Yeah, 6 seconds seems like it's long enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, technically 7. 7 seconds. That's our shot. That's our shot. And, you know, we'll do this. Make his expression change a little bit. I feel like the reason this isn't working the way it's supposed to is because somehow it's referencing global space and not local space. That's the only thing that makes sense here as to why it wouldn't work. And we'll throw in a neck breathe right there. Oh, I don't have auto keying on. Oh well, I can just set that right there. And let's double check, see how this is looking. Then we will drop in our camera and we'll pretty much have this first shot. And so like this is going to a local film showcase festival kind of thing. And like in my area, like this is like still kind of unheard of. So like a lot of people are going to be blown away because this was using local actors. They're going to be kind of blown away just by the technology of it. So, fun fact, I never used to auto key. I always key it intentionally with S key, etc. That is super interesting. I think I got like super accustomed to auto keying because New Frontiers was so long. And like I had been using the auto key feature before, and then like when I was working on that project, because it was so massive, it was just one of those like there was no way I was going to do it without auto keying. We'll get right up on this guy's eyes. We're still getting some weird artifacting right in here, which I anticipate that's just the Unreal. Let's see, does this guy still disappear when we path trace? He doesn't. He is with us. But man, it's going crazy with those light bounces. So I'm gonna have to investigate like what's causing that probably before I render. We'll go to the lens. 15, 12, 13, 14. 14's good. That's dope. This video is gonna make your channel blow up, bro. You know, we shall see. We shall see. It'd be cool if it did. I really want this to show like just kind of how diverse I'm trying to make the channel. Because like a lot of people came for like the Titanfall stuff, and it's like I love Titanfall. I spent 2 years of my life making a film about it, and but I don't want that to be the only thing that I do. I want it to be a mix. So that looks a little unnatural. I'm going to zoom in on those keyframes. Eyes twitch a ton. York will tell you that. Hey, yeah, do it up. Make a reaction to it. Let's make it a little party. That's a hair too fast. Ah, that's too slow. Maybe it needs to be just that much quicker. Man, it's his little micro movements. And I might just because the jaw's looking a little stiff, might open his mouth just a hair. I'm actually going to, I really don't like the way this looks, so I'm going to delete it. So he's always looking up there, and then his eyes drift down. That's going to make for a better shot. All right. So he's looking pretty decent. This camera angle, I'm not sure if I love it yet. I might need to do it. I'm also just trying to think in terms of like, this is going to be like on a theater screen. So like people, like I know people in my area are going to be like, what am I looking at? Because like, I know that person, but I don't. Like, you know, like there's still like a little bit of that uncanny valley. Like it's definitely animated. But I promise not to be too harsh on you. I appreciate that, York. I appreciate it. All right, let's see here. My dude back here. I love that he walks into the shot, but it's just it, and like that's totally on me. I should have done a better job cleaning up the feet in Rococo, which I might re-export the animation and bring it back in. But yeah, I think there might be a line that I can use here too. Let's autoplay it, because this is going to be pretty close. I might do more of a profile on this guy in the back. Why does this not want to drag? What in the world? Now he's in the jail cell. That was too far. Maybe I'll move him up a little bit closer. put them right outside the bars. And now it looks like he's... The actors did too good, man. I can't fake it. That actually doesn't look too bad. Maybe if we... Why is my drag like all whack? It's insane. Well, now I lost him. Hold up. Oh, there he is. There he is. There we go. Oh, York, if you're still here, I need to remember what the command is, but you can bookmark in Unreal now to where you can just jump back to your last position, which is kind of neat. All right. Let's go 11, F11. Widen our aperture and bump up the exposure again because we need to be able to see. I might have just the camera do a simple... I'm trying to keep this to like really simple camera movements to keep it reminiscent of the Old West. And I might add a little bit of post. Just a slight bit of post shake. We'll see. We'll see how it cuts together. Half of this will come together in editing. So, all right, that is feeling pretty good for that animation. Let's do one more on stream. I'll do the rest later on. But we'll do one more. I want to get a cool one of the gun. So this looks nice. Close that out. We'll go to our teaser. And we'll duplicate this, and we'll call this similarly teaser. Revolver interior V1 and this I literally just want to be, I don't know if I want it to be this shot of the gun or a shot towards the end of the gun. Probably in the chair. I feel like the chair is a little bit more cinematic. So we need to fix a bunch of those fingers, but I think we can do it. Because like, so here he gestures with it. So I think I might take it from here. We're gonna fake animation of it being raised and settling a little bit. Because this shot is just gonna be on the gun. So we'll take our character. We don't even need to worry about the face. I'm just gonna add control rig, layered. Do I not? There should be a control rig for this guy. This guy should have a control rig. Alas, he does not. Save. I can show you guys. You can get a little peek, a little look behind the curtain. Who knows? Maybe they fixed this. I haven't seen an update rolled out yet, though. Modular rig. Let's pull it up. That's the compile debug. We'll ignore it for now. Okay, wait. First of all, why is this? That is the root. It's on the ground. Weird. And then this should be... Dude, I swear this gets more broken every time. I don't know. I don't know. Spine 2. And spine? What is happening? Bruh, I swear, I can't with this. Every time I use this, something's friggin' broken. And I don't know what. Alright, let's try that. So that is root 1. Still nope. Let's try setting that to the hips. That puts it in the wrong position. What in the world? Alright, spine 2. We'll try setting this to hips maybe. That doesn't look 100% right, but it's more right than it was before. Hip socket. I don't know, bruh. Alright, this is what we're going to do. I need to investigate that later. We're not going to use that rig. That rig's out the door. We're done. Ooh. Sorry, I want to help out. Giving my son a bath. Hey, yo, I get it. I get it. I got kids. And it's tough sometimes. Let's try and do this FK rig. It's just this one shot. FK rigs suck, like the default ones. Because it just looks like this. But hey, we're gonna... Doggone it, we're gonna make it work. Alright? So here's what we're gonna do. Let's go and edit this guy one more time. Really, really make sure this is positioned correctly. The scale looks good. That looks fine. We're just going to make sure this drops right where we need it to. There we go. Compile, save. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. So if this is, I don't know. Maybe this does need to be baked to a control rig, because I don't think an FK control rig works as a layer. Like, because I can see it here, but I don't see where it's updating. Right? So we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. We're going to take the body. We're going to bake to an FK control rig. Doop. Create. Go super fast because this is just a handful of frames. And then we'll add an additive layer. Unless we're just encountering a classic case of the... There it is. There it is. Classic crash. Oh man. I knew that was coming. All right. Let's get this done real quick. It's starting to get late. But this has been a fantastic stream. I've been having a lot of fun, guys. A lot of fun, good times. You're putting smiles on my faces. Multiples, because there's been multiple smiles throughout the stream. But all right. Let's get this. Let's get this buttoned up. Here we go. Here's a revolver shot. All right. Yep, that's what it was. Unreal just was done. It did. It was like, please put me out of my misery. And I was like, no, you gotta pull through for the next few minutes. We're getting super blocky textures now, but hey, they won't show up in the render. We good. We good. We run it up in here. All right. So we're gonna lock his hand to this. I actually did spot the, come on, grab the tip of the thumb. There we go. I did see that the prop was over here. So this is the prop we 3D printed. I'm sure YouTube will yell at me for showing this on stream, but it's a chunk of plastic that we broke. But so this is the same model that they're using in this. I just 3D printed it. It was not a great print, but it at least gave them, you know, the position of everything. So like I can kind of like take this and use it as reference. So right now I'm looking for like how the thumb comes over, where the index finger is going to be, and the curling of the hand. So it's good to have for both the actor's reference, but also my reference while animating. So if you like to nerd out, make nerd stuff, and do motion capture and stuff, a 3D printer is not a bad thing to have. So we're gonna pop that up. Take the index. There we go. Just had another little wonky Unreal Engine moment. Oh man. I don't really understand how this FK control rig. It is wonky. I hate working with this thing. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. It's part of. Better watch out, York. Plot could pass you in subs. I'm a ways off from where York's at. And York deserves more subs than me. He's an expert. I'm a goober. But hey, we'll see how this next short goes. Alright, so we're getting this in his hand. There is a little bit of clipping here. I'm not too worried about it because of the camera angle I want to do. Let's set a keyframe for everything. I think we both make good content. I think one could argue, if you're subscribed to Plot Coalition, you should also be subscribed to York. And then everybody's winning. All right, so what we're gonna do, you know, I'm just gonna start this down because this is all gonna be hand animated anyway for it coming up. Oh man, this is so annoying the way they have this. This and the iClone one, Accurig skeletons are the worst. So we'll do a little, York, I'm doing a little anticipation. A little anticipation. With my animation. Look at me being a good animation boy. Raise it up. Right hand. Point it right at this guy. Up. A little bit of bounce. And back down. Ba-doop. And now you can kind of see. Yep, there's our fake gun raise. I might do a little bit more of a, because right now the barrel's kind of snapping, like too clinically. So I want him to make the front of the gun feel a little bit heavier before it rests. That looks pretty good. There is a little... This rest needs to be longer. Yep, going backwards. And I'm trying to remember what the function is. But I'm pretty sure it's in here. If I take... I need to go back. There's... It's a woman. Her name's Gabriella something, but her YouTube channel is called Feeding Wolves. But she's done stuff officially for Unreal Engine that just talks about like all these little buttons and stuff. And here, what I'm looking for in the curves is she had talked about a filter set. Here we go. Maybe. Oh, this is on my bake. What about pre-bake? Can I select these? Are these going to show up? Might have to investigate this part later. Unless these are... Oh, that must be what I'm looking for. Okay. So... Filter. That might help. Pretty sure this is what she talked about doing. Just to maybe smooth that out just a hair. Hey yo, Mrs. Coalition in the plot. Oh snap! I switched this to my face a while ago. Ha 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 ha. Hey yo, ain't nobody mentioned it. Miss Coalition coming into the chat and saving the day. Classic York move. That's a classic York move. I'll leave my audio on when I go to the bathroom next. All right. It could definitely be smoothed out more, but I think just for the intention of I'm on stream, I'm trying to get this done quick because I do need to make this. This teaser needs to be ready in less than 10 days. So I basically need to finish the teaser this weekend, just so I can realistically like send it to the people for the film festival thing. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a camera. Flat screen. I appreciate it. Hey yo, Jacob's up in here too. I didn't even realize you were here, dude. This really is a York stream. All right, let's see here. We need to really open this up. This is a really tight aperture. That might not be enough. 22 f22. If you're ever shooting f22 in real life, that's a rough day. But this is shooting on an IMAX 70mm sensor back, so you have to like make everything super open. That's too much. That's okay. Okay. Let's see here. Maybe we swap this to also be a 50. We got all the fun blokes in the house. We got Jacob. We got York. We got Ark. We got Mrs. Coalition. This is the party of all parties right here. 70 actually feels pretty good. How much more can I just absolutely throw? Nope, 22 looks like it's the max. 22 is the max aperture. I might have to switch what sensor back I'm on, because this is way too shallow. We'll go full frame DSLR. We'll shoot 35, 50. $50 seems pretty good. It's really hard to tell too because we're dealing with these bad textures that loaded after it crashed. So that's not great, but it's all right. So now I'll take this. We'll also have the camera have a little bit of anticipation. And have it just barely. Zoop. That's a little much. I might have the camera just rest for the whole thing. Tilt it down a little bit. Maybe I don't want to come over too much. And we lost it. We lost the camera. There it is. There we go. I'm just gonna delete these transforms. See if this camera position works better. Because I think it will. So now that this is here, this is feeling a little bit better. So now for this shot specifically, I want to light the gun so it looks a little bit more menacing. And the main problem right now is I feel like we're facing the light a little bit too much. So let's do a save. Let's jump out of the camera. I wonder if I switch this path tracing and back. Oh, the gun texture's loaded in. Are we gonna get all our textures? Hello. Sometimes if you switch it to path tracing. Nope. I think my graphics card is just over it. It was rendering all night. So let's see here. Yeah, see, like this little candle, it doesn't even like that. Little guy never stood a chance. So we're gonna take this light that I have here. I'm gonna add it to the scene because if I do this in sequencer, then it's not gonna change it in the world. Like when I close the sequence, it won't actually affect this. But we'll move this over here to give us a more menacing light. I'm gonna pin this camera because if my computer didn't already hate me enough. And now it's got more reason to. But we can see the gun a lot more nicely now. It's just the body that's looking kind of rough. So I definitely want this to kind of be coming from behind him. And we'll see what interesting shadows we can create. Ooh, underlighting it looks kind of cool. Top light looks a little neat. That little highlight we get on the top of it. I think that might be what I go with. So when it raises into position, that little glint just goes right off the top right there. Was the subtle handshaking mocapped or keyframed? That is mocap. Dab time. I'll dab. Dabbing used to be my thing in 2017. I used to do I taught a kids class, and they all thought it was super cringy for me to dab, so I did it all the time. But yeah, so that subtle handshake that is from the actor. So I just keyframed it coming up into frame because that didn't happen. And then the handshake is from the actor. Captured on the Rococo Smart Suit Pro. I said that the way York says. I'm so inheriting so much York right now because he was doing the smart food thing. Here I am. I'm like the Rococo Smart Suit Pro. Smart food popcorn. All right, this is looking pretty good. I'm gonna move this down. Dang, I am having a lot of fun on stream right now. I might do one more shot. We'll see. Oh, camera's got animation to it now. We wanna nuke that because I like this keyframe better. All right, let's see here. So I definitely like it for the end better. So maybe that is at the end. And wherever it is here. We'll just have the camera pan down. And we'll make that a constant. Do-do. Maybe we'll track it just a hair. Just a hair. Oh, they added these little keyframe buttons down here. I didn't even notice that. That's cool. Alright, we're going to zip that way past. I might add some handheld motion to this. In post, I could set it up in Unreal, but this is where it's at for now. So I feel like once this is all textured, it'll look nice. And I think final touch here, honestly, is like take this light. I'm just going to animate the intensity to go to drop down to 0.85, 1.1, 0.9, 1. 0.8 and just have that repeat, and it's going to look like a candle flicker. You could program it, but this just feels easier right now. Okay, last change. I feel like the camera right now, it's almost like the gun could be filling up more frame. So I think what I'm going to do is shift the whole camera rather than trying to pan it. I think the whole camera needs to move over just a hair, and then we'll call this shot good. We will call it good. I'm just going to delete these. Bring it over just that little bit. And who knows, maybe this will be our final position. Oh yeah, I like the way that feels a lot better. Heck yeah. All right. So I'm trying to think. We'll see if we spot one more shot. Because I definitely like to get this actor's face. Since he is the main character, I think having a shot of his face would be important. He's very, like, you know, he's very quiet, you know, man, a few words. He does have a couple of, you know, big speaking parts in here, but like a lot of this scene is the other guy yelling at him. Teaser. Obadiah. Yeah, that's right. Interior. V1. And we're just going to look for a good moment of his face. And who knows, maybe we can cheat it and get a shot of this guy's face too. He's got a lot of great moments. Okay, so we're not getting this guy's facial animation. So I'm going to switch this to simulate. I don't know why it does that, but it does. This next kind of clipping through. That's all stuff I'm going to have to address. So this whole bit, he's monologuing pretty hard. That's a nice little motion. Once again, I think I'm gonna just, while I'm thinking of it. Hello. Hello, show me my light. Point light. 1. Weird. This is so weird. Alright. Unreal Engine 5.4. Incredible tools. Incredibly buggy. Gotta love it. Alright. Move this to this side of him. This also helps, like, I like doing stuff like this because it helps me think about, like, okay, do I actually like the way this scene is lit? You know? Is there must be a rec light in here. There's a few rec lights. There's 1, 2, 3. Haha. You, sir, are the culprit. Oh, I'm simulating. That's why my gizmos are gone. That's what's causing it. All right, cool. Let's take the transform of this. We'll set this almost like right over him. And rotate it down. And over. And we'll make it a little bit bigger. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that here. We'll turn down the intensity just to get a little bit more of a cinematic flair. Make it look nice. All right. Cool. That's going to feel nice. So I know we want to keep mainly to wides. Not that close. For right here, this feels pretty sweet. This is the whole gamut right here, so we'll wait till he does that little head nod. Hey, yo, Donut's here too. Jeez, All the York Street ballers. They all here to hang out. I love this, guys. Y'all are making my night. Ain't gonna lie, it's been a rough week, but you guys made it better. Da da da. You even got a little song. So I feel like right there you can see too much of his eye. So I'm going to go even tighter. Come out and really let the hat like obscure him, bring more mystery to the character. And let's see here. I think we're going to go ahead. We're going to go with the super high aperture for now. We might have to change what kind of lens we shoot this on. This is all like, again, this is all stuff that I'm keeping in mind for when I do the actual thing, because like I'm kind of over this iMac or IMAX cam. I don't think it works in the space super well. All right. Now I'm torn. Do we get? Let's try it. Let's try a little bit wider. Let's go crazy with something like a 50. 50 is a little bit much. 70 maybe. This is what's so nice about Unreal is like you can see like the decisions you're making in real time here. Also, I can't tell if he's getting face data right now or not. Nope, he wasn't. Oh, his cheek is twitching a little bit though. So I do like that. So let's do this. Come down on the aperture maybe to like 6.3. Oh, we're not in the camera. Why'd you kick us out of the camera? 7.1. F11. F11 is a hair too dark. F9. Okay, I like it. I like it. And will it simulate for us and keep us in that same camera? Because it's supposed to just simulate. It shouldn't be popping out. Again, Unreal Engine. What's with the bugs? Interesting. I don't know what's up with Unreal. But hey, I think this is a good third shot. Maybe we push the camera in just a hair, just to really highlight the importance of this guy without making it too drastic. So maybe we... Oh, are we not piloting? Are we not piloting? Guys, we're not piloting. There we go. Too close. That's a too close for me. Alright, so that's moving in. Make that linear. Jump to the end here. Double check our focus. We'll have our third shot and then we're going to wrap this up. close this stream out. We've been going for a bit now. 2 hours, right up on 2 hours. That's a good stopping place. So let's get our everything looking good. Slight push in. So there's that little bit of push in. And then let me just see real quick. Just real quick. If I take his face and bake it to face control rig board, fingers crossed it works. All right. Good thing we saved. Good thing we saved. All right. Unreal just doesn't want to cooperate tonight, but that's all right. That's all right. We made a lot of great progress. And, you know, it's going to crash. It's going to crash. It's part of the whole jazz. But, yeah, the Hinzers, you're just jumping in, but you can always rewind and watch back some of the stream. But yeah, we were doing a little bit of animation for a teaser that's going to be coming out. It wasn't final animation or anything, but just stuff to make the teaser before we finishing up the actual project. But thank you everybody for coming out, being a part, hanging out. Huge thanks to Ark for becoming a member, and York for your super chat. It means a whole lot. Heart goes out. Love you guys. I am looking forward to next week jumping on, and I'm going to do probably a video on Tuesday, and then maybe this would be next weekend, so maybe I'll do a little video about making the teaser, but we'll see. For now, guys, thank you for watching. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. Once again, one more great shout out to Rococo. Go to the affiliate link and check them out if you're into motion capture, animation, VTubing, whatever. They might have tools that can be super helpful for you. But with that, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you and have a good night.